welcome back. So this video I'm going to do is specifically for those of you that want to have a much deeper stretch, and it's actually going to be aimed at trying to achieve your splits and increase flexibility. So I've done this one specifically for my synchro mermaids who can't be swimming at the moment because of what's going on, but it's also appropriate to, like I said, those of you maybe that are gymnasts, dancers, or those of you that perhaps find yourself at home and you just really want to get a deeper stretch and maybe work towards those splits. So I've put on my mermaid leggings and we're going to go for a really lovely stretch series. Before you do this video, what I want you to do is make sure you're nice and warm. So you've done some exercises, that you've got your heart rate up, your body's warm, you might be a little bit sweaty, so that reduces the risk of injury. I'll write down in the description about some examples of what you can do, but what you can do is just like some jogging on the spot, some fast feet, some star jumps, the little squat jumps, loads and loads of things just to get the body prepared for exercise and reduce the risk of injury. So if you haven't done that, you need to press pause and you need to follow those little instructions that are going to be in the video description, or whatever you want to do before you come into these exercises, okay? Next thing, once you've done that, I want you to have a stand up and you're just going to do lots and lots of leg swings forwards and backwards just to get the legs moving for a big range of movement, okay? And prepare the body for doing this. So we're going to take ourselves down onto the floor now. We're going to start in an all fours position. I'm going to introduce you to a few different concepts called dynamic stretching and static stretching, and we'll talk about why you would do one over the other and at what points, okay? So just see how you go. So we're going to come onto all fours to start with. So on all fours here, we're just going to start by moving the back. So we're just going to drop your back down into an arch and then push up. Good. So just to get your back moving. And it's really important when you do your splits that you warm up your back, because you have to have your back extended and be upright in that position. So we need to get that moving. Okay, so just nicely up and down. And then more nicely free it off so we can do a nice circular movement. So I take it up to the side, down, up and to the side. So it's like a washing machine. Imagine it like that, go round. And then swap direction all the way around. Up and down, round in a circle. Good, okay. And then again. Drop down and really arch that back and lift off. Good. Okay. So we're now going to come into our legs. So I'm going to get you to bring your knee into your chest, and you're just going to start, move up this way. You're going to start doing some leg kicks. So you're coming here, kicking that leg up nice and high. Okay. So nice smooth movement, just warming up. And it's really important when you do these stretches that you just move to where you feel comfortable. Don't force it. Good. So my leg is reasonably straight here. My toes are pointed. And then you can start doing some little flicks. And you might be able to arch, and you might be able to start to reach that head. Good. Okay. We're going to do the same on the other side. Some leg kicks. Make sure you don't twist, so you keep forwards. And now start doing those knee bends. And you may find yourself that you're way more flexible than me, and you stretch more regularly than I do. Or you may find you've got some work to do. Good. We're now going to do a sideways movement. So you're going to cross your back foot over. This leg is going to come towards you. So it comes in and then back out. So I'm warming up through my back and through my leg. Good. And you're bringing that leg nicely round. Good. So that quick movement. So I'm getting a bit warm as I do it, so my body's preparing for exercise. Good. 2 more. Good. Okay. I'm going to obviously have to repeat it on the other side. I'm going to face this way so I don't hit the wall. So my leg crosses over at the back, comes forwards. So nice and long, nice and straight. Good. 2 more. Good. Okay, I'm going to come back round this way, and I want you to come down onto your stomach now, And just take yourself into your Cobra stretch. Make sure you're not sinking into your shoulders here. Really grow nice and tall. That's it, so you feel that stretch. Try not to have the hips up too high. Drop them down. Neck nice and tall. Good, and just sink back down. And we're going to do the same again. Pushing up. And hold that position. Remember, not sinking in the shoulders. Growing out to all of them. Perfect. And one more. Pushing up. Good. Roll those shoulders back, nice and tall. Think about a helium balloon at the top of your head. It's trying to draw you up. Good. And now let's just release. So let's sink back. Good. So you can have the knees nice and wide and just sink the body. And give your arms a bit of a stretch. So if you put your hands onto your arms there, you might get a bit more into your shoulders. Through the armpit, kind of around that area. So while I'm here, I'm going to stretch into the groin a little bit. So I'm going to take my knees much wider now and just drop down. So really important here is you're not too far forwards because you're not going to feel any stretch there. You need to make sure my knees and my hips are parallel, and I'm going to try to feel this on the inside of both my groin. So this is quite a good one to do for your middle split, but primarily today we're going to work on that right or that left split, or both ultimately. Good. Just hold that bit. So a static stretch is where we hold a stretch and we just gradually creep into it, okay? Really important you don't go down into it fast, you don't force where it doesn't feel right for you, and just gently try to relax there. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath, and when you come out of any stretch, really important is that you come out of it nice and slow and steady, okay? So we're going to come back up out of that stretch, okay? We're going to bring ourselves into sitting, okay? We're going to bring ourselves into like your V-shaped sitting, okay? You need to feel a bit of a stretch onto the groin in the middle here, yeah? So some of you may have legs a bit closer, some of the legs may be a bit wider. Make sure you're not sunken back, nice and tall, okay? So we're just going to do some nice dynamic stretching. So we're just going to reach across and back and across and back. So we're just moving from one side to the other without holding. Just nice grace as we go. That stretch and back. Stretch and back. This time round and then reach all the way up and over. So we go round, reach all the way up and over. Good. And again, round. Back, going round the world, all the way round, up and over. And we go back, round, reach forwards, up and over. So this is really nice, dynamic stretching. We're just moving through that range. We can do one more to the other direction. Lovely. Last one. Lovely. Good. Okay, we'll just do a nice static stretch. So I'm going to bend this leg in for this one now. I'm just going to fold forward. So I'm going to point my toes so I get the most from that, sending my big toe down and taking my body towards my leg. Now, make sure your knee doesn't pop up. Keep that down. So squeeze that muscle on the front of the thigh. Okay, what's also, it's easier to do this and just send our knee down. What I want you to do is really think about growing tall and then folding into that stretch. So you really feel that the back of the leg. So this is that static stretch, so where we're just holding it, okay? As it starts to feel a little bit easier, just take yourself a little bit more each time. Now your body remembers things, so it's really important is that you don't go into a stretch really fast or you don't come out of the stretch really fast. Good. Okay, and we're going to swap to the other side. So pop that other leg out, bring that in, turn the body. Remember, it's not curling the back here. Even if you're not going down as far, you want to make sure the back's quite upright. So we fold from the hips to really focus that stretch. Okay, so nice and long. And do compare. See what one side is like compared to the other. We all have one side that we're more dominant at and we're slightly better. So that's completely normal. And that just shows us that's the side that we need to work at. And then come back out, and then we'll take those legs back into your sore position, and this time coming down forwards into this stretch. Okay, so from here, some of you may be able to take your body flat to the floor, some of you might be quite upright, but remember, if you're quite upright, we're not here, we're thinking about folding forwards. Okay, what's really nice is if you are flatter is to take the hands along the insides of the legs and then lowering that body towards the floor. So just hold it wherever you are. Okay, do challenge yourself a little bit, but remember, just do what you feel comfortable with, and it gradually does get easier, but you need to do it regularly to get those changes. Perfect. Okay, come back out of that position, and we're just going to turn sideways now. So we're going to feel a bit of stretch for your bottom cheek. So you're going to take one foot, place it up just above your knee, bring that other foot in. So this foot's coming towards my bottom, okay? Now, I don't want to be sunken back here in my shoulders, okay? I want to try to be up nice and tall out of my chest. I'm trying to bring my body towards my knee. This knee is going towards you, and this foot's coming into my bottom. So I'm here, yeah? Holding that stretch. So I should be feeling this on my bottom cheek of this leg. Good. This is a really nice stretch to do. And again, we're trying to be as folded up as we can be. And you will have very difference between the sides. That's normal. We are all human. Good. Okay, come back out. Let's swap to the other side. Pop that foot on. Slide in. And what you might find as you get used to this routine, you might find there's some that you need to hold for a little bit longer. Some you need to go into a little bit slower. Some that you need to repeat more times. So just get used to doing some of these exercises, find what works for you, and then pick the best ones for you. Good. Okay, and we're going to come onto your back. So slowly coming down. Okay, I've just got like a little pillow or cushion I'm going to pop under my head, but you can be completely flat. So I'm going to actually take one of them out of the way. Okay, so we're going to pop one leg up towards the ceiling. Okay, my other leg is bent. Now I can take my hands around the back of the leg and I can pull this leg towards me. Okay, and I might just be holding it here. What I want to make sure is the leg is in line with me. Now, if you don't want to use your hands or your leg is too far away, easiest thing to do is get your dressing gown cord. Pop it round there and you can use that instead of your hands. Okay, so I'm just going to move that out of the way. Hold that leg there. Now, there's another stretching that we haven't talked about, which is called P&F stretching, which is where we make a muscle contract and then we make it relax. So I'm going to push my leg into my hands. I'm going to push as if I'm trying to push my leg that way and my hands are stopping it. And I'm going to push and hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I let my hands win and take it a little bit further. Now you can see my bottom's coming off, so I want to keep my bottom down a little bit. So I focus the stretch at the back of my leg, okay? And you're going to repeat that about 3 times. Pushing in, doesn't have to be 100% effort. Think about 50% and then do a little bit less. Good. And then take it that little bit further. Okay, this last one, stretch that leg out. And again, push 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take it a bit further. Keep that leg there. If you can now, take your hand on the inside of your foot, bend that knee in towards your shoulder, and then stretch it out to get a different stretch into the groin. Good. Now you might be able to get your leg completely straight. If you can, that's great. If you can't get your hand to your foot, just keep it on the inside of your leg. That's absolutely fine as well. Good. Okay. And slowly out of the stretch, remember. Swap to the other leg. Let's pop that leg up. Take the hands behind, okay? So I'm not as flexible on this side, definitely not now. So you push that leg in, we hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let my hands win and take it a bit further. Remember my tailbone, keep that glued down. Now remember, think about what 100% effort would be, then make it half and a little bit less. 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're making the muscle work, and then we relax it and go a little bit further. So again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Hold that there. Good. Again, remember you're aiming to have that leg a little bit straighter than what mine is, and that leg over towards your face as much as you can. Hand on the inside aspect. Bring that knee in towards your armpit on this side, and then that slow stretch out. And you're trying to stretch that leg out. And some of you will have your legs down here. Some of you, your legs might be back here a little bit, or you might not quite reach that foot yet. But you can set your own goals and work out how far to take it. Good. Lovely. And then slowly come back out. Perfect. And I'm just going to now come round, and we're going to do our last little bit of stretching. So I'm going to move that out the way. I'm going to bring one foot forwards, okay? So I'm bringing my right foot forwards. I'm going to do some dynamic stretching again. So we're just going to come forwards and back. Good. So I'm just gently moving in this nice range. Forwards and back. Okay. So we're just warming up through the back of this leg and the front of your groin on the other leg. Good. So now I'm going to come and hold this. So this is now a static stretch. So I want this leg to be vertical, this hip to be dropping down, my body upright, okay? You can bring your hands onto your knees. You can have some blocks that you can hold on the side, wall, someone else, whatever's comfortable. But as long as you're feeling that stretch through the groin on this side, that's the priority. Good. And again, some of you, your hips will be down a bit further. Make sure you're not twisting and opening up. Really square. Good. And then we're going to come back out of it. And now, don't sink down here. I want you to take your nose towards your leg here. So we now feel a stretch on that front leg. Good. Now we're going to go back forwards. And now you're going to get a stretch on this back leg. So what you want to do is bring that heel towards you. Now, we're holding this as a stretch here. Now you don't want to be too upright here because I'm not getting any stretch on that leg. I need to be in this lunge position. If you can't reach your foot, this is where your dressing gown comes in. You wrap it round and you hold it and you gently pull that in towards you. Okay? And this is quite a specific stretch just above your knee on that front thigh. Yeah? Good. And then we're going to come back again. Good. And this little routine you might repeat quite a few times. Okay? And then once you've done it, you can then slide into that split. Okay, so we're in that split. Remember, we're not opening up your hips here. Now my splits probably aren't quite as good as what they used to be, but I'm nice and square, or as square as I can be, holding that position. Okay, if you're up here, that's fine, as long as you're not bringing your body forwards. Your body and your shoulders need to be upright, and that knee needs to be off the floor. And this is where little blocks you can put by the sides of you might help. Okay, so I'm going to slowly come out of that stretch. Now, that last series that I did, I want you to repeat that again and again and again. So you might repeat that 2-3 times, and then you must do it on your other leg as well. That's so important, okay? Once you've done your stretching, it's really nice just to do just some simple movements with the arms, the legs, just relax off, okay? Don't need to do this to the point where you push yourself into pain. Where you feel the stretch, that's the most important thing. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again on some of the other videos. Bye!